All right, welcome back. This is the next lesson for Pluck Pro's Complete Guitar Course for Beginners. I'm Antonio Melendez. Where we're going to pick up today is studying our first piece in the beginning course, which is Greensleeves. It's written back in the Renaissance times by an anonymous writer. You can hear it in Christmas time. Hear it playing in the mall. You hear it in old Robin Hood movies. So it's a pretty famous tune. I'm sure you guys have heard it. Okay, we're going to start off with just the melody, and then we're going to add the bass line. Now, here's just the melody, and of course I'll go in detail and show you. Then we're going to add the bass line, which is just simple notes on the lower strings. Okay, so to get started with that, let's start with second finger on A of the G string, first finger on C of the B string, and we're going to go index and middle. Really simple. Second finger A, first finger C. Then we're going to have our pinky hit the D, and make sure these fingers don't go flying. Okay, do that again. A, C, D. Okay, so you should have second finger A, first finger C, fourth finger D, and I'll show you why we're doing that in a second. Usually you would think to do it with the third finger, but for now we're going to do it with the fourth finger. So let's do that again. Next note is open E. So here it is in second again. Okay. Now this song is, if you've read the instructions on the paperwork, it is in the time signature of 3/4. If you were a little confused on what 3/4 means, it means that there are 3 beats in the measure, meaning we count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What you're probably used to is 4/4, which is what most mainstream music, there's very few songs except for modern waltzes that are not in 4/4. And so this song is in 3/4. The difference is in 4/4 we count to 4 before we start over, versus 3/4 where we count to 3 and start over. So again, we're in 3/4 time, which goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this song has something interesting that's called a pickup. What a pickup means is that you play the first note or the first few notes before you actually say 1. Maybe a little confusing, but basically it goes like this. In the melody it goes. That's what we've learned so far. The pickup basically means that I'm going to count to 3, and when I say 3, I'm going to play that first note. Then the next note will be on 1. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1. So again, really slow. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that's what a pickup is, and you'll hear that a lot of the term in the future, or we're talking with other musicians. They say, don't forget the pickup. Doesn't mean the truck. It means play this note the beat before you normally would start. And what it does is it gives that kind of little preemptive push into the melody. If you notice, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so make sure when you're practicing this without the video or just on your own, make sure you're playing that first note on the third beat. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that pickup is kind of a theme that exists in this song, where most of the notes are on 3, 1, 3, 1, and you'll hear that 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so that's going to be kind of repetitive. So once you get the hang of playing one note on the third beat and one note on the first beat, you'll start to kind of get the groove for the song. Okay, so we've learned 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This one is a quick eighth notes, and on the tablature you can't tell that they're eighth notes, but on the notation you can tell that they're eighth notes. And basically, if you read, you kind of understand what an eighth note is. It's basically doing twice the speed as you normally would a quarter note. So a quarter note would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The eighth notes are going to sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So we're going to do 2 fast notes really quick. So we're going, then here are the eighth notes. Okay, so we just went real quick, and that was F and E. So here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, pretty simple. Just go A, C, D, E, F, E, real quick. So A, C, D, E, F, E. Okay, so get a good feel for that. We'll do that again, nice and slow. Let's do a count in. So I want you practicing by yourself when you do practice to count in 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now that's going to be a little confusing at first. And notice what I'm doing. I'm saying 1, 2, and 3. That is the eighth note, and the way we verbally say the eighth notes is to say and. So we'll say 1 and 2 and 3 and. So we're going 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 3. Notice that. Okay, so try to make sure when you're counting that out that you're saying it and 3, so that way your timing doesn't get thrown off. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the next note is the third finger, D, followed by open B and open G. So, and let's get the timing now. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Notice again, we're following on that same pattern of 3 and 1. That's kind of a rhythmic theme. A theme is something that repeats, that you can recognize and that you can fall back on. And being it that it's rhythmic, we're going 3, 1, 3, 1. That makes it a rhythmic theme. So that rhythmic theme exists throughout the whole piece. So we have this second part that we just learned right now is basically D, then B, G. So we'll put it all together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, one more time, really slow. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1. Okay, now we're going to add the bass notes now. Bass notes are pretty simple. The only one area you're going to probably have a little problem with, and we'll get to that in a second. So the first bass note is going to land at the same time we hit that second note, which is the C. So we're going to go right there is where it's going to land. That bass note that goes along with it is the note A, and it's open. So what you're going to do with the right hand, which is the first time we're doing doubles, 2 fingers at the same time, is you're going to have your index on the G, or actually playing the note A, but on the G string, and we're going to hit that. And then we're going to have middle finger hit the B string and thumb hit the open A. So we're going. So practice that a bunch of times. Just go. And if you want to practice it in time, you can go 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Really get comfortable with that. That's going to be a little awkward at first. Just make sure that the index is striking the G string, middle is striking the B string, and thumb is on the A string. Okay, so do that part again. 1, 2, 3, 1. Then if you remember, our pinky hits that note, D. Now here's the tricky part where our ring finger is going to go to the 3rd fret of the A string, which is the note C. And then you're going to do the same pattern that you did before, but now we're hitting this note and the bottom string at the same time. So we went. Okay, so notice that C is also joined with an open E. Okay, so the first 2 bass notes are pretty simple. Then that. Okay, so practice that, and I really want you to practice these little sections of the song over and over and over and over again, and feel free to push pause and just go, and then go. over and over again, over and over again. You really want to get good at each individual part. So keep going with that over and over again. Okay, so we'll do that one more time, nice and slow. Okay, now we have those eighth notes. Just do that once, so let's do that again. Then we do have this note followed. Now the bass note that matches with that D is the top string, 3rd fret G. This may be a little uncomfortable and awkward. You can try this pattern. You can try that, where you have 1st finger and 3rd finger, 2nd finger and 3rd finger, 2nd finger and 4th finger. Try any combination that fits your hand. Those of you with smaller hands might find it easier to do index and ring, 1st and 3rd fingers. Those of you with bigger hands might find it easier to do middle finger and ring finger. So find whichever one's comfortable for you. I'm not going to stick you to any one specifically because everybody's hands are slightly different. So that's the next part. So we went. And then followed by 2 open strings, B and G. Okay, so we have. So the bass notes are landing on the downbeat, which is the 1. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so if you notice the downbeat, which is the 1, is always getting that bass note. Okay, that is the main theme, the main melody of this song, Greensleeves. The next part is the ending of this phrase. And now the first phrase is the one that went. And a phrase, again, is just like a musical statement, a musical sentence. You can pretty much put a comma at the end of that. If you were thinking grammar and writing, you have a small sentence here that goes. Now that wouldn't be a good complete song. There's something missing. That's why I would suggest a comma there. Then we have another spot where we could put a period or a comma. So these little phrases are little chunks of the song that make up the song. This song is made up of pretty much 4 chunks, and then you repeat them and rearrange them. So this next chunk, the second phrase, is just pretty simple. It's just like the first one. We're going to go A, open B, C, and then when we hit that C, we're going to hit a bass note again. Okay, so we just went. Do that again. Okay, so let's try that with everything else. Okay, so that was 2 on the G string, A, B, and C. So A, B, C. When I landed on the C, I hit the bass note on top. So do that a few times. And the timing is 3 and 1. So there's 8th notes again. 3 and 1. Do that over and over again. Okay, so after that, we do back to A twice. Then we have a 1st fret there. Now this is the first time we're using a flat or a sharp. Now, quick explanation. Again, it's all on the paperwork and it should be explained pretty well there. But if you still don't get it, I'll say it again here. A sharp is a note that comes from, for example, we have a G. This note is G. It's a G string. If we go up 1 fret, that makes it G sharp. Sharp goes up. So it's a G sharp, 1st fret. So we're playing a G sharp there. So we go A, G sharp, A. Okay, so. Okay, so we have A, B, C, A, G sharp, A. Then we end it with an E and a B, so these are 2 open. pretty easy. G sharp and E. So the second section goes. Again, nice and slow. Okay, so that's the whole first statement in the melody Greensleeves. I'll play it from the beginning. Okay, so practice that over and over and over and over and over again. If you do that, the second section, which we'll cover in the next lesson, will be really easy for you.